You're now 56 points behind Justin. With 6 races left, do you think the regular season championship is still a possibility?
56 points is a lot, especially when you're racing against Justin Allgaier. It's going to be hard to make that up with him being the points leader, but I would never say never. But yeah, he would need to have very bad luck, and I would need to continue this crazy streak that I'm on, and both of those things are probably unlikely. So I'll keep doing what I'm doing and try and do my best, but I don't think that's going to be end game, for me. If I don't win the regular season championship, I really wish I could have done better at the super speedways earlier this year, because if I did that, it would be a different ballgame right now. So it's, you can look back and say, man, I wish I could have done this or that, but it's all led to me being in the spot where I am today, and learning those lessons was valuable, regardless of whether I thought so or not in the moment.
And Connor, with your win today, now it's 12 straight wins for Chevrolet in the Xfinity Series, a brand new record. Just how special has it been for you to be a part of the process with Chevrolet and your relationship and playing a role in what's been a very, very successful season for a manufacturer?
Yeah, it's been incredible. And I remember the first day that I talked to Josh Wise, I was 15 maybe at a go-kart track, and Kyle Larson was racing a go-kart, and I was trying to help him, and I met Josh through Kyle, and he took me to lunch one day and said, hey, we're trying to start this Chevrolet driver program, and we want you to be a part of it. And at the time, I was hoping to make it into Toyota's program or find a way into NASCAR somehow, and he came to me with that, and I said, man, this is all I got. So I put my faith in him. I didn't sign a contract. I said, he said, if you trust me, I trust you, and he's had my back since that day. So it's really cool to be able to share this with Chevrolet, and there's no other manufacturer I'd want to be with at this point. And just the amount of support they've shown me, whether it be, the people or just, it's been a great relationship for me to everybody under the Chevrolet banner. So, really cool to get that stat for them. And the Chevrolets have been dominant this year. And it's been really cool to be a part.
Adam Tropper, Motorsports Today. First off, congrats on the win, Connor. So it was only a little over a year ago when you won right here at ARCA, and it was your first oval event win in general. So now, looking back, does this feel like a full circle moment? Has that set in? And regardless, did you ever think you'd be at this point in your career only 16 months later?
No, I did not think I'd get here this quick. And if someone asked me earlier, they said, did you expect to have 4 wins this year? And I said, if someone told me I had 4 wins in November, I would have been beyond myself. And to have 4 wins in, what is it? It's not even my birthday. It's July 19th. So, to have 4 wins this early in the year is really cool. And it's so cool to come here and win where I won my first ARCA race. That was kind of the start of everything for me. I wrecked a guy to do it, and I didn't do it the way I wanted to, but a lot's changed since then. I feel I'm a completely different person. Life has taken a 180. I've gotten opportunities I never thought I'd get, and it's definitely cool to be sitting here again. What is it? A year and 2 months after, or whatever it is after. It's full circle for sure. And I'm very blessed to be doing what I'm doing. Justin Marks, Chevrolet, they took a chance on me, right? I was really a nobody when I got signed to Trackhouse. I had won, some late model races and some Trans Am races, but Justin believed in me and put his, word where his mouth was. And I think without him, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Without Chevrolet, I wouldn't be sitting here today. And I'm just very, very glad that all the things fell into the places that they did.
And now just looking very recently, in the last 8 races since you've come back from your back injury, your average finish is 2.2. So you kind of touched on it a little bit already, but what else could be done, if anything, to be able to keep the momentum going, but also be able to maintain a level head?
I think just continuing to show up to these racetracks that are new to me and being prepared. I feel like that's the biggest thing, honestly. I'm very fortunate to have Josh Wise, who's a huge mentor to me and a guy I go to with any question, whether it's, asking about racing or asking about home life or, whatever it may be. He's just a guy that I can go to and talk to. And, for every kid out there, it's so important to have a guy like that you can just trust and lean on. And, I think he's a big part of why I'm so successful right now, and I sit in his pre-race meetings every Thursday, and I feel like I just show up for practice, and I know what to do. I have a practice plan every week. I know what to do for qualifying. I know where to restart. I know what to do on restarts. I know how to where to put my car as the run goes on. I feel very prepared every time I show up to the racetrack. And for a guy who's never been to these places, that's really important.